Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Thursday. So I look just a little crazy because this eye is already obviously complete. I'm going to be showing you just a quick, I'm not going to say quick, I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how I got this kind of smoky, bronzy eye look on this eye. And at the same time, I'm going to give you a review of the palette that I'm using, which is the McGrath Labs Mthrshp Subliminal Platinum Bronze Eye Palette. So Sephora had these I think it was like as a part of their weekly sale a couple weeks ago, and they went from $55, which is their full price, down to like $27.50 or something like that. They were a really good deal. This is the palette that I've always wanted. I was tempted to pick up the other ones as well because they were such a good price, but I went ahead and stuck with the one that I knew that I would actually use. The others definitely contain colors that I just probably wouldn't use on a daily basis, so I left those for everybody else to snatch up. They are currently out of stock on the Sephora website, but the Pat McGrath website still has them, so I will link this down below. I'm not sure if these are being discontinued or if Sephora put them on clearance because they didn't want to carry this one particular product anymore. I don't know what happened. All I know is that all of them are currently sold out on the Sephora website, but you can still get them through the Pat McGrath website, if that makes sense. I will also link what I have on the rest of my face down below in the description box. So if you want to know what's on my lips or cheeks or anything else, that information will be down there. Sorry about the sun. I'm hoping that it actually allows you to see what I'm doing a little bit better, but it's kind of blinding me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First off, the packaging of this is really, it's very pretty, but it's a little bit excessive. It does have this like magnetic closure here, and then you also have like the little rubber band that you can put around here. This is my first time using Pat McGrath eyeshadows. Like, this is not the first time that I've used this palette, but I have not purchased them in the past. I thought about getting one of the singles that I had an interest in, and the single eyeshadows I think are like 26 to 28 bucks. I can't remember the exact price, but when I saw the palette go on sale, I was like, well, that shade that I want is in here, so I'm just gonna buy the palette. But honestly, every shade that is in here, I will most certainly be using. It's a beautiful palette, you guys. The texture of these shadows they're really kind of nice. The only thing I don't like is, so you get one of these. It does have the name on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put mine up on my mirror here so I can tell you what shades I'm actually using. So I'm gonna take Deep Velvet, which is this purple velvet shade, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that onto my eye. Is obviously completely prepped. I have a primer on, and then just a little bit of a skin toned eyeshadow to make the primer not so grippy. But I'm gonna put this in my crease, and I always start just by like placing the shadow where I want it, and then I blend. So usually I will just kind of tap it on where I want it and then go from there and get a little bit more. I do tap off the excess with this palette. It does have quite a bit of fallout. I can just brush it away because I use powder foundation, so I just use like a fluffy brush to get rid of that. But if you use liquid foundation, this might be the eyeshadow palette that you, when you're using it, you're gonna put on your liquid foundation after you do your eyes. So yeah, there's quite a bit of fallout. So again, I'm just kind of placing that, and this brush that I'm using is a Zoeva brush. It's their Luxe Soft Definer. It's just a crease brush, basically. So I say this every time. This particular shape works for me because of my eye shape. I like a little bit of like a cat eye effect, so I go above my crease on the outer portion here, and then stay like more in my actual crease as I'm going towards my inner corner. But depending on what your eye shape is, you might actually reverse this. So do what works for you. I do get some of that shadow down onto my lid, but it's okay because I'm putting a pretty dark shadow on my lid anyway. I really love the formula of this, you guys. It's really, really nice. I'm going to take a little bit of Smoke and Mirrors, which actually has some shimmer in it, this shade right here. And I'm going to put that in my crease as well over top of the Deep Velvet. Typically, you don't think to put a shimmer shade in your crease, but this one just looks really pretty layered over top, and it's not too shimmery. This is kind of a nice, like, going out smoky eye, because it's not, I don't feel like it's too much. I mean, it might be for some of you, but I feel like it's a pretty good fit for me. I think I need to bring this up just a little bit over here. That's the thing that's hard about doing these tutorials, is I will do one eye like way before I get to actually recording the video, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, these are not the same shape. And I have to go back, but I think we're close enough. I also blended this edge a little bit more, so I'm gonna do that now. This is just a fluffy brush that I use to blend my crease. And I like to just go around like the outer part of where the shadow just comes above the crease, if that makes sense. And I just like to blend that a little bit better. And this is an old, like, I mean, I've had this brush since before Stella. It's a Sonia Kashuk. The Sonia Kashuk like logo has totally rubbed off of the ferrule here, but it used to say Sonia Kashuk. How old is your oldest brush? I want to know that. I think my oldest is actually my eyebrow brush. I think that's my oldest one. Okay. So then I'm going to take Ritualistic, which is this beautiful taupey purple. Oh, it's so pretty. And I am going to put it on with my finger. I have actually done this look with using a brush, and it works pretty much like using my finger, but I'm looking for a pretty intense color payoff. So I'm just going to take it on my pinky and put that all over my lid from the, and there's that fallout, from the inner corner all the way to the outer. And before I make too much of a mess, I'm going to take my brush and just very lightly brush away that excess. Again, because I don't use liquid foundation, my face isn't sticky at all. Like the powder just sort of sweeps away. So that works for me. And then I'm going to take my brush, no additional product on it, and this is the crease brush that I started out with, and I'm just going to kind of blend that lid shade up into the crease so that there's not much delineation there. They just kind of blend together. And that is basically it for the eyeshadow. Yeah, they look the same. I love bronzy taupe shades with my green eyes. I think they're kind of the best fit in terms of really making my eyes pop. I'm now going to take the Anastasia. This is actually a brow powder duo in Granite, but I like to use the darker shade as an eyeliner. I prefer powder liner just because I have really oily eyelids, and this just wears better on me. Sorry, I'm trying to like let you guys see how I do this because I've had questions about how I do my liner. I don't really know how to explain it. Like I just, again, on the outer part, I kind of bring it up a little higher. And then as I go towards my inner corner, I taper in to just putting it like right at the lash line. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't like to do a wing on myself because I don't think it looks quite right on me. But this would look really pretty with just a nice wing if you were doing like a night out. And then again, just taking that blender and blending that. whatever is left over on the brush after I apply the liner to my top lid, I bring that down onto my lower lash line. So no additional product because I don't want it to be too dark. I'm actually going to be going over that with a Q-tip as well. So I'm just kind of smudging it and actually removing a little bit more of that liner. And that's it. Obviously, I need some mascara. I am not going to make you guys watch my mascara process, but I am putting on the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, and you'll see this in a Mascara Monday. This is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. This is new from Milani. It's in the shade, I think just black. I think it just came in one color. I picked it up at Walmart, but you can also find it at Ulta. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. My final thoughts on this palette: is it worth splurging $50 on? Or $55? It's $55. I think so. I think had it not gone on sale, I would have definitely purchased it in November during the VIB sale. But having used it now, I think I would have actually still paid full price for it. It's a beautiful formula, you guys. The shadows are very creamy. The mattes are easy to blend. The shimmer shades apply really beautifully with both a brush and my finger. And I find the wear to be amazing. I've been wearing this for the last week pretty much exclusively, and it wears all day. It doesn't fade on my eyes at all. The shadows are a really good size. So the entire palette is 12 grams between the 6 shades. And yeah, I mean, other than the packaging being cardboard, I think it's really nice. I think it would have been nice had this whole thing been plastic, but I also recognize that this is a little bit more environmentally friendly. So I don't know. I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad I got it on sale, but I would have definitely, knowing what I know now about it, purchased it for 55 bucks as well. So yeah, I'm a fan. Do you have this palette? Did you pick up any of the other palettes during the Sephora sale? Let me know what your thoughts are on it. And thanks for tuning in for this little tutorial review. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna finish my mascara and get going on a couple more videos. So I'll see you tomorrow for Friday Favorites and Flops. Take care. Bye.